Hello and welcome back to the Newcastle United career on FM21. This is episode 4 and we start off here with a loan offer for the end of the season for Jacob Murphy. I'm going to go ahead and reject from Birmingham. He's not going anywhere because he's going to be part of my squad. In the last episode we beat Burnley to reach the fourth round, the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. We also played Liverpool and we got defeated from them. And we also played Preston to start the episode. I went backwards through that. That was a very weird order. This episode we will be playing Burnley. We'll also be playing Leicester and Wolves. This might be a slightly lengthier episode because what I've realised is we've got an international break coming up between the match between Burnley and Leicester. So there's going to be quite a few things that could happen. The transfer window, I believe, closes soon. Probably closes actually. Well, I don't know when it closes. Probably closes tonight, I imagine. So yeah, we're going to advance forward now, and we'll get to the match against Burnley. Christian Atsu's I've accepted his loan to be moved out to Middlesbrough, so he'll be there at the end of the season. Which will be good, and then obviously next season we'll try and sell them on. It's that time of the month as well. To start the month, I've received my monthly manager review. I've received a C+. They're really impressed with my results. What they don't really like is my business with the finances involved in Servette and Kieran Clark. I did sell them for less than their value, but the thing is, Kieran Clark was getting to that age. He was getting old. Well, I say old, I mean, I play a lot of FIFA, so when you turn 30, that's classed as old and you start to drop off. He was only 30 years old, but he wasn't getting much game time, so his value probably, I probably wouldn't have got his value. That no club would have accepted it. And Henri Servette hadn't played a first team game of football in years, so it was just good to get his wage off the books. So yeah, I'm happy with C+ at the minute. Tactics are pretty good. Squad is pretty happy. Again, it's just the transfers that need to be sorted out, but not really much I can do with Deadwood, who don't play. Clubs don't like paying for their value. They like getting them as cheap as possible. And as long as they're getting off the wage bill, I don't mind, basically. Just got an email now from my personal assistant about the Carabao Cup. The quarterfinal draw is today, so we can view the draw and we can see who we've drawn. So the first team is West Ham against Newcastle. Quite a winnable game in the quarters, not gonna lie. Other teams could be Watford versus Liverpool. Probably imagine who's going to win that game. Middlesbrough against United and Fulham against Reading. Okay, so we've got a really good opportunity here to get into the semis, and so do Fulham, and obviously United and Liverpool. So we've got to really try our best to get into the semis here. It's a really good opportunity, especially not only for finances, but if we can win a trophy in our first season. That wasn't one of our aims, but if we can win the Carabao Cup in our first season, that'll be a really good start point to this career mode. And it should be a really good start to my managerial career in FM21, really. So I'm really, really happy that we drew West Ham and not the likes of Liverpool or United. No doubt we'll have to come across one of them at some point, because we've of course been defeated by both of those teams at least once in this season so far. But in terms of quarterfinal draws, I'm really happy with this. Match day against Burnley now, the Premier League. Obviously we played them last game, we beat them 3-2. Poor first half, really good second half. So I'm going to start us on a positive mindset for this game. I think when we attacked Burnley, we did a lot better than we did just sitting back and being sort of more balanced. So I want to hit them head on. And hopefully we can actually get another 3 points in the Premier League. And this is a really good opportunity for us to sort of keep our position in the table right now. I've just noticed as well that Dumet's going to come out for Fernandez. Yeah, so this is the team that I'm going to put out. We've got Darlow, Lewis, Fernandez, Lascelles, Manquillo, a midfield of St Maximin, Shelvey, Hayden and Fraser, with a two up top of Maja and Wilson. Hopefully Maja can get his first goal of the save. Looking at Burnley's team now, they've rotated slightly. They've got Chris Wood in now with Vidra. I think they're playing like a 4-4-1-1. Jay Rodriguez is still on the side with Goodmanson. They've got Dale Stevens in. somewhat similar team, but also slightly different. We've gone for our strongest team in my eyes, without DeAndre Yedlin. DeAndre Yedlin is injured. But yeah, this is how we line up. This is how they line up. I'm hoping we can go for the win this game again. We've kicked off here. Newcastle very much looking to attack, and that's the end of that highlight. Great. Newcastle picked the ball up after a Burnley clearance. Manquillo back to Hayden. Hayden finds Shelvey. Shelvey finds that Almiron. No, sorry, Almiron. St. Maximin. St. Maximin's got the ball again. He hits it straight at Pope. He had an opportunity just to put it past him, but he didn't. But another Newcastle attack straight after. St. Maximin's got the ball again in that area. Hayden to Shelvey. Back to Hayden. Back to Shelvey. Wilson to Josh Maja, but the ball's been blocked by a defender going to ground. Burnley now will spell possession, playing back to Jack Hawke. Then me playing at left back, it seems, as opposed to centre backs, driving up this left hand side. He's found Rodriguez. He's gone for the shot, but he's hit it wide. No problem for Darlow. Burnley goal kick now. Plays it long. Our defenders have dealt with it though. As Alan St. Maximin looks to drive it, defend. He has a shot, plays it to Cal Wilson. Again, it's deflected. Burnley have defended really compactly. They've defended really well as a unit. They're really hard to break down, so I think I might have to change my approach slightly to how we break them down. Burnley's got a little spell of possession. I've just made a tactical change. I've just set the team instructions to work in the ball in the box, a bit like what Burnley's done here. That was it. That was a bit of a tight moment. So yeah, hopefully if I can look to work the ball in the box, we can get some crosses in as opposed to just trying to take shots from the edge. It might work out a bit better for us if we can do that way. Burnley have now got a free kick on the edge. Goodman's has hit it, and Darlow's tipped it over. Incredible save from Darlow. Such a good goalkeeper. Half time here at St James's Park. Still 0-0 against Burnley. We've looked more dangerous though with a higher XG, but we just need to have that cutting edge. I'm hoping that we can start working more balls into the box and hopefully getting some goals in. We did beat them in the last game at their place, so if we can beat them at St James's Park, that would be really good for us. Throw in here for Newcastle on the edge of the box. Manquillo straight to Fraser. Fraser's got a bit of space. Can he find the pass into the goal? No, he just hits it straight at Nick Pope. Shelvey hits one in the box. Doesn't beat Wood though. Chris Wood, an absolute mountain up front. Every single Burnley player is built the same. As I used to say, Burnley, the team made up of entirely forklift drivers. Shelvey finds the pass to Wilson, but Wilson doesn't get past me, but it's fumbled in the box, and Wilson could have potentially scored there, but it's cleared away by Burnley. They did really well there. So Maximum with the ball in, finds Maja, but again, Maja's just not tall enough to win those aerial battles. Okay, so I've had a slight dilemma here in my team selection, as you can see. I've had to sub off Manquillo, who's injured. I've brought on Murphy, who's a wing back, not a full back. So we're playing a slightly unorthodox 4-4-2, but if we can get more people forward, I'm all for it, basically. Lucius found Josh Maja, and Josh Maja's been brought down in the box. Could this be another penalty given away against Burnley? It's been checked by VAR. It looked like a shirt pull to me, referee. Okay, it looks like it's John Joe Shelvey, not Josh Maja. I tried to give him the penalty, but it didn't look like it was going to be possible. John Joe Shelvey, and it's saved by Nick Pope. You useless piece of shit, Shelvey. Free kick now. John Joe Shelvey's going to take. He's launched it in. That's the crossbar. Oh, come on. It's going to be one of those games, isn't it? Fernandez still kept the ball in, but it's been launched up the field by Burnley. It's going to be one of those games where we've completely dominated them, but they're still going to get a 0-0 draw against us. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything, but we've got a corner here. John Joe Shelvey. Can he put a good delivery into the box? It's not hit anyone, but Josh Maja still kept the ball in play. Fraser's now got the ball. He's had a shot and it's been tipped over the bar by Pope for another corner. Come on, guys. Shelvey again with the corner. He's found Josh Maja. He's hit straight at Pope. Could have been the hero of this game. It's going to be the last kick, I believe. Final whistle at St James's Park, 0-0 against Burnley. We really should have won that game. That penalty, absolutely woeful from Shelvey. Isaac Hayden picking up the man of the match award. We did well defensively, but look at that. We should have won this game. Absolutely dominated them. Javier Manquillo is now out for 1 to 3 days with a bruised shin. Not too bad. We've got the international break coming up. It should be alright. And some maximum clause trigger. Newcastle will have to pay OGGC Nice $250,000. Well, I'm gonna have to pay the money, aren't I? He's gonna be starting for us. I can't skimp out on that. So I was wondering when the deadline day was gonna be. It's the 5th. It's today, the 5th of October. I think that's the same as what it was in real life. I can't actually remember. I lost track. So yeah, I've got an email here asking if I want to take part in the media coverage. Not really. I want to get through this as fast as I possibly can, and I don't imagine any more players being offered. Like one of our players, I don't imagine any other clubs coming in from any more of our players, so I think it should be quite a quiet window. And I was wrong. Everyone is coming in for Jacob Murphy right now. Nantes, Nims, Lens, and I think it's just all French clubs. But I'm going to go and reject every single one of them, because I want to keep Murphy in the squad if I can. This season I'm not going to make the same mistake I made with Kraft, so he's not going anywhere. Appears Murphy's keen to discuss future. I'm going to give it to Lascelles. Could you discuss future? Hopefully that sorts it. Oh, it has. Okay. So Murphy's happy to stay at Newcastle. Jamal Lascelles has done a really good job there, helping us out with the with that sort of situation. Got another offer in Nantes again. I'm going to reject that. I feel like this is just going to be all for Jacob Murphy. And again, they've offered for Jacob Murphy. I don't want to sell Jacob Murphy. Don't want him to go. Leave him alone. More good news. Joelinton's back in training from his injury. I think he was out for a couple of weeks, so he's back now, which will be good because I want to start him in the Premier League a bit more. We need a big man up top. And I can't bother. They want to offer for Jacob Murphy again. I don't want to sell him. Stop trying to buy him! Thank God the transfer window's closed. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offers for Jacob Murphy from FC Nantes, and not one of them I accepted. Eventually got the message, and then the window closed, so thank God that's happened. You're taking the piss! You're taking the piss! No! I don't want to get rid of Murphy! Oh, hang on. Is he on a list or something? Transfer status? Fucking no. Right, okay. That should sort it. Probably should have done that sooner, but whoops. I just didn't think. Okay. Injury list as well. Andy Carroll's still out 3 to 7 weeks, for about a month, 2 months. Dubravka, he'll be back in 5 to 10 days. Dwight Gale will be back in a couple of weeks. Same with Matty Longstaff, and Javier Manquillo is only out for 1 day. So we're starting to get our strongest squad back, basically, which is the best thing we can hope for right now. I can praise Callum Wilson for his recent form. Your form's been good recently, well done. And now we're just going to hopefully skip to the next game of the season with little to no interruptions. Fingers crossed. This is quite a nasty injury. Paul Dummett is now injured 5 to 6 weeks with a sprained knee ligament. Did alright for us in the Cups. It's going to be a little bit of a shame to miss him, but we've now got Fabian Schär back, I'm pretty sure, so it's not too much of a loss. In fact, it's a little bit of an improvement in my opinion. This is hilarious. Okay, so Fabian Schär's went away with Switzerland and he's got himself injured again. Luckily, it's only a small injury. But, it's just the risk you run when you send players away on international duty. So hopefully he'll be back in good shape for the Leicester game. He'll probably only start on the bench. I like to keep Fernandes and Lascelles together for now, but got to keep an eye on this one. Ooh, this takeover of Newcastle is looking to be very tasty now. So the deal for the club to buy is apparently going to be worth 234 million from a Portuguese business director, João Paulo Ramos. I mean, this would be incredible if the club gets bought. I mean, in real life, the club was valued at around 350 million. I think that's what Mike Ashley wanted to sell it to. The Saudi Arabian consortium that was going to buy us. But if this takeover actually happens, just imagine, how less strict our transfer policy could be. We could actually be a really good competitive club. Good to see now that Matty Longstaff and Martin Dubravka are back in full-time training. After 2 weeks and a lot of transfer business with Murphy, surprisingly. We've finally reached the next game of the Premier League, which is against Leicester. We're at home at St James's Park. We've got a 0-0 draw against Burnley, which isn't great, but Leicester are currently behind us in the Premier League. They're 14th. So we can potentially get a result here, although they are a really good team in real life. In this save, they haven't really been performing that great. So line up as it stands, I'm actually going to bring Dubravka onto the bench. He needs to get his sharpness up, so he's not going to be starting. I'm going to put Darlow in with Luis Fernandez, Lascelles and Yedlin. They're the sort of standard backline we've got so far. Fabian Schär is back on the bench, but again, he hasn't got the sharpness needed. Midfield of St Maximin, Shelvey, Hayden and Almiron, who did well in the international tournament. In the international friendlies, I should say. So I'm going to give him a start against Leicester, and then we've got Josh Maja and Callum Wilson up front leading the line. Subs, I mentioned Dubravka, we've got Manquillo, Ritchie, Joe Linton, who's also back from injury, Schär, Longstaff and Murphy. Leicester City's team looks like this. They've got Danny Ward in instead of Kasper Schmeichel. We've got Timothy Castagne, Fofana, Soyuncu, Evans as a back. Looks like a back four. I think Evans might be playing out wide, it seems, unless Fofana is. Ndidi, Tielemans, Hamza Chowdhury in their midfield. Pretty strong midfield, especially with Ndidi and Tielemans. And then Iosi Perez, obviously an ex-Newcastle player. James Maddison and Jamie Vardy up front. Vardy is going to be incredibly dangerous. We've got our lineup in a 4-4-2. They'll probably be playing a 4-3-3, I'd imagine. We're playing on cautious, so a bit more defensive. We're going to look to hit on the counter-attack. But we're at home. Hopefully we can pick up at least a result. Leicester free kick here from Jamie Maddison. He knows he can whip them in. Jamal Lascelles clears the ball out, goes as far as Iosi Perez, who's usually actually booed by Newcastle fans in real life. The tackle couldn't quite win it, but Johnny Evans seems to be playing left back. Hamza Chowdhury goes to smash a ball and it goes wide. Goal kick to Newcastle. Been a very quiet half so far. There's only been very few highlights. This highlight from Leicester's probably been the third one. As Maddison finds Chowdhury, it's intercepted by Hayden. Iosi Perez has got some space, but Darlow saves. Quite an easy save for Darlow. There wasn't a lot of power behind the shot, thank God. Half time at St James's Park. Very boring start of the game. 0-0, not many shots. Just been a lot of passing, really. XG, I think Leicester appear to be on top, but Newcastle, we've still got the second half to wake up, so I'm going to switch us more to a positive mentality for the second half. Going to go into the dressing room team talk. Give the fans something to cheer about. Basically, not everyone seems composed, which is good. No one's complacent. No one's really demotivated. But we need some passion from the players right now. Goal kick for Newcastle. Darlow hits it long. It's only found Evans. Evans at left back's a very interesting thing. He's not the fastest player, I believe. So it's interesting to see him. Hayden there winning the ball off Maddison. He's going to look to play it back to Yedlin. What's Yedlin going to do? He's going to try and find a long ball. He's found St Maximin. He's in a little bit of space. He's been closed down, actually. He's going to look to drive. He's in a little bit of space now. He's out wide. Can he put a ball into the box? Yes, he can. It's found Callum Wilson, but it's saved by Danny Ward. Really good save there. Good reaction. Could have been 1-0 to Newcastle. Decided to sub on Jacob Murphy for Miguel Almiron. Miguel Almiron was looking a bit tired, so I've put him on at right mid. Through for Leicester now, as it's found in Ndidi. Shelvey's picked the ball up now and he's going to drive forward with the ball. He's really good at doing this, it seems. He's good at finding that perfect pass. He's now out wide. He's been tackled by Mendy, who's been subbed on. Hayden's found Shelvey again. Shelvey's found a long ball to St Maximin, who's headed down for Josh Maja, and Josh Maja's hit the crossbar, but he's offside. That could have been it. Unlucky for Josh Maja. Leicester throw again. A lot of throw-ins from our opposition. Castagne's found Amati, who seems to be playing in the midfield. Vardy's got his back to goal. He's played it back to Amati. Castagne's waiting on the edge of the box. He's trying to play a ball across the face, but Isaac Hayden's going to play a ball forward now for Callum Wilson. He's found Josh Maja in the middle. Josh Maja's in space, and he's just dragged it wide. Josh Maja's not very prolific in front of goal, it seems. We did bring him in as a backup, but he should be able to hit the target from there. He should have scored at least one goal in this game so far. Wilson's now got the ball. Interesting touch from Wilson, but he's got the ball back somehow. Soyuncu with the tackle. Josh Maja's in there. He's going for the shot. So Maximin, he's now managed to drive past his man. And St Maximin has scored 1-0 to Newcastle in the 85th minute. Could this be a good win on Tyneside for Newcastle? It's a very disruptive piece of play. Callum Wilson lost the ball a couple of times. Soyuncu tackled him, went straight to Josh Maja. Josh Maja went to shoot. It was blocked from Tielemans. But St Maximin walks past Fofana and just slots it past Danny Ward at his near post. Thomas Amati now on the ball. I believe that's his name, Thomas. He's found Iosi Perez. He'll play back to Ndidi. To Mendy. He's going to find a long ball over to Perez, who's in the edge of the box. But Mankiw tackles him and St Maximin just thumps it out for a corner. No nonsense there from the winger. Free kick now from John Joe Shelvey. Danny Ward again collects. It was a bit of a poor delivery, although when you're playing such a high line, it's easy to have the keeper come out and collect like that. As Leicester begin to start another attack, Jimmy Vardy's found Iosi Perez out wide. Iosi Perez looking to cut the ball back, but no, Mankiw is there. Mankiw has done pretty well defensively this game, considering he gave away a penalty a couple of games ago. He's not really made many mistakes when he's been on the pitch since then. Thomas Amarty's gone for a strike, and Darlow has absolutely fingertipped it over the bar. Incredible goalkeeping. St Maximin now. Bit of a poor corner, but he's got the ball back for Murphy, and Murphy forces a save out with Ward. Maja now recycling the play for Wilson to head the ball over. And I believe that might be it. And it is full time to Newcastle, 1-0 against Leicester. I can't complain against that result. We played really well. I'm really impressed with the lads. St Maximin with the man of the match award, of course, for scoring the winner. Well done, boys. Good win out there. Everyone looks happy. Everyone looks inspired. It's what I like to see. Hold up there. Okay, so I've just been scrolling through into the next game, and I've just been looking at the sort of top leagues. And I couldn't notice where Barcelona was. They're all the way down in 9th right now. They're not doing very well at all. With Sevilla in their top place. Other leagues, I mean, PSG, you'd expect them to be top. Hoffenheim, top of the table. Bayern Munich in 2nd. Dortmund in 3rd. Roma doing quite well in La Liga, in Serie A as well. Any other shockers? I mean, you'd expect that from the Scottish Prem. I mean, MLS, that hasn't kicked off yet. Porto and Benfica, top of the table in Portuguese Premier League. But yeah, Barcelona struggling here. Okay, here we are, top of the table, Wolves. Well, the 2nd now actually, but they're a really good side. I'm going to set us to a defensive mentality here. Now, I could start Martin Dubravka, but because of the position of this team and the form of Darlow, I'm going to start Darlow, and then I'm probably going to start Dubravka in the next episode against Crystal Palace. I'm just going to set these opposition instructions as well. I'll just do as my assistant manager says. Go to team selection. Dummett, for some reason, is still in. I'm going to put Fernandez in. Yedlin is back fit, so Yedlin's going to go in place of Mankiw. Josh Maja, I'm going to start with Almiron up front. I think I'm going to keep the team the same way as it is now. So Darlow and net, Lewis, Fernandez, Lascelles, Yedlin, so Maximin, Shelvey, Hayden and Fraser, and then I've got Josh Maja and Callum Wilson up front. I'm also going to drag up Joelinton and put him in place of Wilson like that, and then Sean Longstaff's going to come in as well. I'm going to probably put him... Actually, no, I'm going to keep Sean Longstaff out of the squad for now, because Jeff Hendrick's been pretty fit so far, and he's done quite well. So that's going to be the team to face up against Wolves. I've got a defensive mentality. It's going to be a really tough game, especially away at the Molineux. Wolves is going to line up like this. They've got John Ruddy in goal, so no Rui Patricio. I think he might be injured. Got Willy Bolly, Cody and Seiss. That's a pretty recognisable defensive back three. Nelson Semedo, I'm guessing at right wing back. Cedric at left wing back potentially. Jean Martino and Neves, pretty standard midfield with Adama Traore, Idrissi. I don't know who that is actually. Can I have a look? Or no, it won't let me. And then we've got Raul Jimenez, who's just received a really awful head injury actually in real life, so hopefully he can recover soon and get back to playing. We've got some new names on the bench. We've got Max Kilman, Dendoncker, Pedro Neto, who's been a bit of a super sub for them. This is going to be a tough game, I can already see, but they haven't actually got the strongest lineup, it seems, with John Ruddy in net, so hopefully we can take advantage of that. Teams are coming out in the Molineux. We're playing in our third kit away, our third purple kit, which I really like. I might pick myself one up actually. Gonna look to hit them head on. We are still playing a defensive play style, but we're going to try and counter them as Callum Wilson goes for a run. He's played it to Josh Maja, and Josh Maja has just scored his first goal for Newcastle. Absolutely incredible play from Callum Wilson there to beat all the men. found the perfect pass at the box, and Josh Maja had the composure to just place the ball into the bottom right corner there. Really good stuff there from kickoff. Only took 16 seconds as well. Incredible stuff. Okay, with us being on the front foot now, we've just got to stay solid defensively and maybe grab a few more. That was really good stuff against the second in the table at the minute. They had a really good start of the season, Wolves, and to go 1-0 up at Molineux in such a quick time. Really impressive as Darlow forces a save there from a shot from Adama Traore. Appears to be a free kick here for Wolves in a semi-dangerous area. Ruben Neves is pretty good from that range. And again, Darlow with a nice save over the bar. Kind of don't want to put Dubravka back in with the way Darlow's been performing for us. Corner now, headed over from Willy Bolly, and it's a goal kick. Newcastle in the attack now. Jamal Lewis is already on a yellow for some reason. He's trying to beat his man. He's taken to the corner, he's put a ball in. Shelvey's headed it down, and it's as far as St Maximum, but John Ruddy with a really nice save. Free kick here. Fraser's going to deliver it in. As far as Josh Maja Maja's really looking to score some more goals after that long drought. As half time comes, 1-0 to Newcastle. We've been the better team here so far with more possession and more shots. Let's keep it up. So the second half underway, Conor Cody looks to play in Ruben Neves. They're going to look to score from kick-off just like we did. Shelvey hasn't put a challenge on Neves. Back to Moutinho, back to Neves. Moutinho's played with Dharma. Raul's got a shoot, and Darlow with the save. He is absolutely incredible. Another throw in on the right hand side for Wolves. They seem to be attacking down this right hand side. I mean, I wouldn't blame them when you've got the likes of Adama Traore driving at you. Idrissi with another shot. It's deflected away as far as Cedric, who crosses but bounces off DeAndre Yedlin. Made a substitution of brought Jeff Hendrick on for John Joe Shelvey, just to add a bit more energy into the midfield. As Nelson Semedo hits a ball wide across the face of goal. That looked a bit dangerous. 80 minutes gone here with a free kick for Fraser. Hits it as far as Conor Cody. One final kick from Wolves into the our box. Lewis has cleared the ball away. Surely that should be one of the last plays of the game. Richie here. The free kick in. Romain Saiss has been really dominant in the air, but that should be it. And it is. And a 1-0 win for Newcastle United away at Wolves, who are towards the top of the table. Josh Maja scoring his first goal of the season, getting us the win here. He's my man of the match. Jamal Lewis again with a really strong performance, as well as DeAndre Yedlin. These fullbacks have had to deal against wingers and wingbacks, and they've done the job absolutely incredibly. Really happy with this result. That win against Wolves has now taken us, well, it's kept us in 7th place around this area of the table. I think we're in 8th place before, if I'm not mistaken, but 6 games, 10 points. We beat second in the table Wolves, and we also beat Leicester as well, so who are now actually down in 17th. Wow. Has actually been a really good episode in terms of form. If we look at the fixtures we've had so far, we've started the season off pretty well. We've lost the games against some pretty hard teams, and we've won. Obviously there's that little slip up against Burnley where we could have picked up another point, but I'm really happy so far with how the season's going. If you've enjoyed this episode, please drop a like. Comment down in the comments if you'd like to see any suggestions, maybe some change in tactics, maybe a signing or two in the January transfer window if you feel like we need it. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.